Welcome to Castles to Cauldrons, where every journey starts with a little bit of magic.
Welcome to episode 49 of Castles to Cauldrons. I'm your host, Jason Davis. I'm here with Rachel and Terry. Micah is sick, so we will be missing you tonight, Micah.
Feel better.
You know,
terrible.
Had one episode with the four host, and now we're going to go on this nice little everybody gets sick and random things for the next how many months.
'Tis the season.
Yes.
It's that time of year.
Terry sounds like Terry this week, and I'm kind of getting over something. So, hey, we are joined tonight by Heather. Heather, this is like your fifth episode.
No, it's not my fifth.
No,
Fourth?
Maybe fourth.
It's
Maybe
fourth or
fourth.
it's
fifth.
more than 5, honestly.
She's just a
Wow.
little world traveler.
You're up there. I know that.
Yes, I was going to say, every time I look at her stories, she's not around. She's traveling somewhere.
We switched platforms, so the other platform we used had all of our guests on, so I could look up how many episodes you're on, and now I can't do that. So I might have to just roll back through and see
Well, I mean, I know the two Universal about the Halloween Horror Nights.
the 3 Universal because you did the
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood one with Allison. And then
Yeah.
the 2 before,
Okay.
one
Yeah.
before and one after. So you're at least on number 4. You're catching up to Rachel and or Ashley. Ashley.
Allison.
Allison and
It's been a
Siobhan.
day. Allison and Siobhan. So
Ooh.
maybe you'll pass.
Watch
it.
out,
Maybe
Allison and Sean.
She'll get a letter jacket.
Yeah, she'll get one before Siobhan and Allison.
She'll be like that silent creeper, like just comes in and like steals it.
Once you'll get to 10 first, and we'll do something like we'll get you a koozie.
No,
Well-
we can't
well,
buy
fire.
from the competitors. Absolutely not.
No, I was going to say we can buy one
We'll
from
buy
her
one
for
off her
her.
Etsy shop, repackage it, and give it to her. You had to make your own reward. Here you go.
Surprise! That'd be great. Who's
Gosh.
this for? I don't know. We don't have much news today to talk about, but Heather's here. She went on an MSC cruise, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But the big, quote unquote, big thing was announced was Star Wars. We're going to talk about that next week with Lauren if everything pans out the way we want to. So the interesting information this week is going to be the concert lineup for Mardi Gras at Universal. And I'm just curious because the same day, the competing theme park of SeaWorld that we don't ever talk about on this podcast also released their lineup for the Seven Seas Festival that they do, which is about the same thing as Food and Wine as well. And I'm pretty impressed by SeaWorld's lineup versus what Universal has.
I would say that I am, well, one, SeaWorld has way more days of concert lineups, and they start
Yes.
before Universal does. I'm shocked that they could pull these names. It's like a blast from the past. I'm for it, honestly.
What's
So-
weird for me is like SeaWorld, all we hear about SeaWorld is how it's struggling to bring attendance in and everything like that. It's like $5 to get in the theme park over there.
Yeah.
And if you get an annual pass for 20, obviously I'm exaggerating, but they're bringing people in Flow Rider, Jefferson Starship, Yin Yang Twins, Smash Mouth, All for One, the Beach Boys, which, Rachel's going to be at just for the John
Nelson's
Stamos.
pop sensations.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've got this long list of these big names.
Boys
then you
to
get-
Men.
Yeah. Trace Atkins for you country people, Uncle Cracker, The Fray.
Smash Mouth.
I said Smash Mouth.
Sorry. Uncle
Chris
Cracker
Kirkpatrick of
reminded me.
NSYNC.
So that all starts at SeaWorld on January 31st and runs through May 17th. But at Universal, you have February 7th through March 28th. And I think it's only on Friday or Saturday nights. It's one of those.
SeaWorld's on Saturdays. So if Universal's on Friday, you could perhaps do
Universal's
both.
on Saturday.
Okay.
Well, they're
Those
going to be
seats are Saturday.
They're both on
competing.
the same days.
Yeah.
But like you said,
No, March 7th. Oh, no, March 7th
that's a
is Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah. They're all Saturdays. Yeah.
I've not met anyone the past 10 years that's gone to SeaWorld.
I have.
Maybe
You
20.
met me.
But like walking around, like I go to Universal, I go to Disney, I go here, there, Six Flags. I haven't, but these people, even though they're not at the top of their game anymore, like their fees to come are still not cheap. So it's for them to get talent like this, they've got to be making money somewhere. And obviously, I think I just looked up and they started these concerts as like a nostalgia thing in 2019. So I guess now people, especially locally, know about it. So it's
If
drawing.
I was
huge
local,
crowds.
I would go
Yeah.
for a $5 concert. If I was the local, I would be going. So Me and Terry will be going to Yin Yang Twins.
Yin Yang Twins all day, every day. I just hope it's not daylight, because that's not a daylight concert. You got nighttime vibes.
I don't know how late SeaWorld's open, so I can't tell you that much.
All concerts are held at 7 p.m.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, at the
There we go,
Bayside
Terry.
Stadium.
That's not bad. I mean, Florida.
So if it's at the
Pre-game,
Bayside-
it's all right.
yeah, there's alcohol in this thing. So, but Universal, like we've been talking, like they have Joey Fatone and AJ McLean. That's NSYNC and Backstreet.
And Backstreet. So I'm wondering if that's like the best of both worlds, or like medleys of each of their songs,
Yeah, could be. Then you got Shaggy.
Is
Wasn't
Joey
me.
Fatone like when he does the Food and Wine Festival? Joey Fatone and Friends. All American Rejects is really the only band I would be halfway interested in.
I would love to see them.
I would love to
listen
see
this
Bare
music
Naked
so much.
Ladies. I like Bare Naked Ladies. And then Portugal the Man. Like, I don't know. I just kind of like the vibe there.
I don't think I know anything from Portugal the Man.
You do. It's a song that was
Yeah.
super
I think he's a
popular.
one. Yeah, it's like a one-hit wonder type of
If
thing.
you heard it, you would know like
Know it.
5 years ago, maybe.
I think
more
more
than
than that.
100% don't know. But these
But
concerts,
I feel like
usually
these are all
go
like
pretty-
one-hit wonders a little bit.
Bare Naked, not really.
No, I know Bare Naked's not.
Shaggy,
But
yeah.
like Shaggy, like the only one I know is It Wasn't Me.
He's got a
Well,
couple.
I feel like the
He does?
RuPaul DJ set would be
I wonder what
fun.
that. Yeah.
Because it's a DJ set, so he's
one
not
is different.
performing. Like, yeah, like I feel like he's performing more than he's like singing, because he had, what's
Right.
the song he had in like the early
See,
90s? Vogue, Cover Girl, that one.
Yeah.
But
I read RuPaul and I was thinking about Pauly D from Jersey Shore because we were there.
God.
We were there
Completely
last year
different
for
people.
them. Oh, I know now. I mean, like, but I'm thinking like Pauly D. So I'm like, what? That makes
Oh,
sense.
you're thinking of a drag
Completely
queen.
different everything.
Yeah, this is a drag queen.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know who RuPaul is, but
that's what
like,
I'm wondering, if his set would be like, have his like from the drag race,
Yeah.
some of the performers from that. And I've been to the drag race in North Carolina and in Vegas, and it's really, and I don't watch it on TV, and it's really entertaining. So
Yeah.
they would have to bring it down a lot of levels for a PG audience.
Right.
But if he could DJ and they could dance and perform, they're really great performers. I mean, just ham it up on stage kind of performers. So I think that'd be really entertaining.
the good thing to
Terry-
note about Universal's concerts is if like they're big names, then people line up well all day to make sure they're at the front of the line. So you'll see this stuff. I know people who've been there for actual big names, and they went in at 8 o'clock and stood in line from 8 a.m. until the show to see him.
That's not worth it.
No,
it's
that's
not.
not right.
But what I did read online was like, be prepared for crowds on those days.
Yeah.
They
Like,
are.
no matter who's there, be prepared for crowds.
Well, because it is live music, and Universal doesn't have the capacity that like Magic Kingdom did when they did live music in there. And when they do it for the Christmas parades, it gets kind of crowded. I mean, you see what it looks like in front of the stage for HHN, and just fill that all up with people.
Gosh.
Yeah, that I plan on
We'll pack
going
you
to.
in there.
Yeah, your sardines, and if you're going to leave, you're going to have to find your way out. It's a
All
nightmare.
over.
Yeah, you can crowd surf, hopefully backwards.
So of all those, who would you have to see? But if you had to see one, Universal or SeaWorld, doesn't matter.
I think
Everyone.
All American's going to be the one I'd go to.
Yeah.
I might do Boys to Men as nostalgia since that was my very first concert ever.
I would do
Good
Bare Naked
choice.
Ladies just because I can go with Andy and he'd enjoy that too.
Oh, that's nice. I would do Yin Yang Twins, but I would take my girlfriends and not my husband.
Right. Yeah. That's
So
a,
we would dance. We would
yeah.
have fun.
Yeah. You can't not go to that and like not dance.
No, not at all.
I don't know. I think Bare Naked, not Bare Naked, but All American Rejects would be me for sure.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
If I was feeling like fun, I might do like a surprise guest just to see if I luck out with.
I want to
somebody.
know like who
Yeah.
they're gonna get.
'Cause
Like
for those who aren't looking, that there's like
4
6
dates, 6.
that are announced, or five that are surprise guests for SeaWorld. So that would be kind of just hop in and be like, oh look, it's
They just don't have anybody yet, and they
So-
make
are
it
they
sound like
usually
it's
better
somebody.
than like or more popular than the current.
I think the surprise guests are probably a little bit more popular just because
Okay.
they're probably trying to get contracts signed.
I was gonna say, do
Or-
you think that they are actually planned yet, or those are still up in the air, so they're not locked in yet, so they can't put it like out there for sure?
I think it's like that. Like it's either somebody that's popular enough they wanted to make sure they could get them so at the end because they're all at the end, or they had somebody popular drop out and they're trying to figure out who's coming in. So they're
That's
just
true.
trying to finalize contracts for the most part. That's my opinion. I just want to know when Bow Wow took off Little.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
We
And
took
then
off Little.
And then between February 7th, he's Bow Wow. And then March 15th, he's Bow Wow Wow.
Bow Wow Wow. Is that like his son? Like, is that? I
Dude,
mean,
that's-
I'm
I
sure
feel
funny.
like that's
is
like
that somebody who-
trademark. Is that a trademark issue?
I don't know. Is
I'm
that
gonna look
somebody
up
else?
who's Bow Wow Wow right now. Because at first I thought he was doing it twice when I was scanning through it fast, and then I was like,
No, it looks like it's...
Bow Wow Wow is apparently a British new wave band,
What?
That's a band. It's not even a rap.
according
Oh,
to
Bow Wow is
AI
rapper.
overview.
And there's Bow Wow Wow, the London.
Bow Wow Wow is a British new wave band called Bow Wow Wow. It's Annabelle Lwin and her vocals like I Want Candy and Go Wild in the Country. I don't know if that's really who's going to be at SeaWorld, but that's
I
what
think so.
Google's
Let's see.
popping up. So we
What?
were way off base.
Did they not Google their name before they made it their name?
I don't.
They're 1982.
So they were before Bow Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
So Bow Wow took over Bow Wow Wow.
So they're like legit new wave. They're not like trying to be new wave now.
So it's like their one
So
hit
that must be
wonder.
their one hit one. Never even knew who sang that song. I
Me
guess.
neither.
wow.
Oh, so Bow Wow stole copyright or trademark.
Is Tiffany, Bow Wow Wow, and Anna Motion?
That makes sense, Tiffany.
Yeah, because she's
Think we're
80s.
alone now. Doesn't
Doesn't
seem to
seem to
be
be
anyone.
anyone
That's a
else.
jam. No, that's a bop.
She goes to Food and Wine every year.
I
Yeah.
like that one. Okay, that does make sense. I was like, why is Tiffany performing like with a hip hop artist?
So why didn't they make it like the I Love the 80s or something like that for that
They
one?
should have done it something like that because I don't know if anyone knows who Bow Wow Wow is. Who that is?
We had to look it up.
But we just answered a question for the people. I think 1 million people are going to wonder who the hell Bow Wow Wow is.
Oh,
Well, that's going to do it for the little news segment, and we'll be back to talk MSC cruises with Heather.
Are you dreaming of your next adventure but overwhelmed by planning? Magical Travel has you covered. With over 22 years in the business, we specialize in Disney destinations, Universal Studios, cruise vacations, and all-inclusive resort getaways. Our services are 100% complimentary when you book a vacation package with one of our knowledgeable agents. Request a free quote to start the planning process at www.magicaltravel.com. Mention our podcast to be connected with one of our agents you are listening to.
And we're back.
So, Heather, I disclosed last week that you went on the MSC cruise for your birthday, and I said your age. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but it was a milestone.
it was.
So you
And
deserve.
she doesn't look it, so it's
you
fine.
don't.
Yes.
But she celebrated her birthday like 2 or 3 weeks before I celebrated mine, and there's 10 years apart. So
You do the math.
you do the math. You don't know how old
She's
I am.
10
You
years
don't-
younger than Jason.
and
If
I'm the
you're
same
trying to
age
do
as
the math.
Terry. So there that is. Rachel's the
And-
youngest on the podcast.
No, I think
tonight.
no, Micah's the youngest.
Micah.
Tonight, I'm the
Yeah,
youngest.
Mike is the youngest in general of us, but Rachel's the youngest tonight. What cruise? It was the MSC. I put down the World Adventure. Was that right?
World America.
World America.
Yes.
So here's my first big question: is obviously we're very Disney Universal focused on this podcast, but we like to expand out a little bit to other family travel destinations. So why did you do MSC over a Disney cruise, a Carnival cruise, something like that?
Number one, it was a brand new ship, so I was excited to go on and try it out. And the price point, Disney Cruise, I'm going to be paying quite a bit more than what I did for MSC, and I was in the yacht club, which is the highest level. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me.
And obviously you didn't go with kids, so you kind of made
Well,
more of a, like,
no.
adult type trip, right? So
And plus, MSC was the last major cruise line I have not been on.
so how does MSC compare to the other cruise lines you've been on then?
I would say a lot of people talk about how they have a more European feel, and they do. Your announcements are going to be said in 2 or 3 different languages, which is kind of a little annoying, but you learn to tune it out. Did you know that it's the 4th largest cruise company?
Wow.
They have 23 ships.
Wow.
I had no idea they had that many ships.
Yeah. So they've come pretty far, and they were mostly on like a Mediterranean cruise line, but in 2019, that's when they started to hit the American U.S. side.
Market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
market. That's the word I'm looking for. Thanks. Yeah.
So the only thing I think I know about MSC, I might be wrong, but I assume I want to say that's this cruise line is that they have staircases that have Swarovski crystals in them.
Mm.
Yes, but I think that's in the yacht club.
Okay, well, I mean,
There might be one in the general area. Now that I say that, yes,
I feel like they could just say it has it.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
nobody's
really
gonna
tell
know.
the
Yeah,
difference.
we went to Walmart and bought.
There's
these.
one, and they can see the whole staircase.
And then put glass
Has
on the
it.
rest of it.
well, maybe it's in the yacht club. That one is, and then in general pop, it's
Yeah, General Pop.
Then
What is
pop
this?
like
Look at
prison.
that. She doesn't even want to know about what happened in the rest of the ship, the yacht, because of the yacht club.
exactly.
She's in solitary confinement over in the
Nope,
yacht
don't get me
club.
with
She
them.
doesn't want to know what the General Pop
Yes.
Okay,
does.
so
Your MSC World America tour. How is that? Like, what did that entail, and how is it any different? Like, any locations different than like a Royal Caribbean cruise or Carnival or Disney or anything like that?
Compare it to like an icon class of Royal Caribbean, the size of the ship and the activities that they have on it. I would compare it to that. And I would say that they're very family friendly. They have a lot of activities. They have an aqua park. They have 2 water slides. They have a dry slide. They have an amazing ropes course, which is free. And then they have a lot of other activities like they have bumper cars, F1, Formula Racing Simulator, the cliffhanger, which is the swing that hangs off the side of the ship and you swing out over the water.
Did you do it?
I did. We did it on the day we were at the private island.
They only do it while it's
Okay.
dark.
No, actually, I saw that moving while we were moving. Yes.
I would not do that. There's
Would do
no
it.
way.
How were you strapped in? I'm just curious. Were you like in a what were you strapped in with?
I want to say like it was a metal bar that came up across your lap.
So it was like a
That's
swing
it?
type thing.
I think, yeah. Nothing came down.
Like you didn't have a harness on?
No.
You just were on a swing with a metal bar. That's ball. I don't know.
Is
I'm a
there a
little scared.
net under you?
No,
like, in
there's
case
not
you
a
do
net
fall?
under you.
Unless you can
I would want to be like harnessed. I thought you were gonna like be harnessed in just
Yeah.
in case.
And I wasn't even going to do it then. And now that you say it's just a metal bar.
No, I'm thinking like it's a ski lift.
That's exactly what I was thinking. A ski lift. You
Yeah,
can fall
it's
off
kind of
that
like that.
so
As
easily.
far as I can remember, I don't think that there's anything that comes down, but I need to go back and look. I definitely know there's a metal bar that comes up and holds you in.
I feel like I would have to have a harness on. I'm sorry.
But yeah, there's no harness. No.
You blew my mind.
To look this thing up. I can't not right now. Sorry. There is no way. Absolutely. It does look like a ski lift. Like,
It does.
yes.
It looks like a swing.
But I also was picturing it going like parallel with the ship instead of perpendicular.
Yeah, it goes
I
out
don't know
over.
why.
Yeah.
So that does make me feel, but oh my gosh.
Oh, it's like a one of those swing like the circle ones, like at an amusement park. It
Yes.
almost looks
Kind
like
of,
that.
yeah.
Like a
Except you're not
basket,
going
like
in a
bucket-
circle, you're
Yeah.
swinging out.
Yeah.
Did you
yeah.
happen to take your camera on that and get any footage of
You
you on
cannot
that?
put
Or
anything on it.
okay.
You have to you have to take off your shoes and you have to put in your phone into a box. But my sister and my niece stood off to the side and kind of taped us.
Because I was like, I would
Video
love to see like a
recorder.
POV of that. Because I would.
Yeah, you
die.
gotta wear like meta glasses. It's only $5.
Yeah, I believe so. Might be a little more. It might be
It says it
$7.
costs $5.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd do it.
Those things are pretty
Basically
like
free.
they're not expensive. So like the Formula F1 racer, I think was 12, but the cliffhanger, I guess, is 5. And so a couple of those activities you do pay for, but you can get a fun pass card. So you buy it with $50 and you get $100 credit. So yeah, it's very family friendly.
So let's go back to the yacht club for a second, and then what the difference is between yacht club and the general pop for going in there, since that's what we're going to call the.
Wow.
God, that sounds so bad.
The big thing is you get a butler and you get an assistant butler, which is kind of like
Well,
your
listen,
steward.
this was a milestone birthday trip. Of
Exactly.
course you went all out.
Exactly. Yes.
So no judgment here.
No.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. It's not judgment.
Right?
I'm jealous.
They call it the ship within a ship. So you're at the front of the ship. That's where the yacht club is. But you are contained in there. You have a lounge in there. You have your own restaurant. You have your own pool. You have your own pool deck and loungers. You don't have to leave the yacht club. So that's why they call it a ship within a ship.
So it's very much like a concierge on any other ship.
I would compare it more to like
Stuff.
Royal Caribbean's like Royal Loft Star Suites because they have a butler. So I would even say it's bigger than just concierge.
Do they fluff your pillows? before you go to bed? And all
Well,
that
you get a
stuff?
pillow menu, so you can choose your style of pillow. So, yeah.
Explain to us regular people what a pillow menu is.
You don't know what a pillow menu is? You need to travel bougie at least one time.
It just means like
Experience the
a really
pillow
soft
menu.
pillow or a hard pillow or goose feather or not goose feather, things like that.
As long as it's not the
Yeah.
tiny hotel pillows. I hate
No,
those.
like you get an actual menu, like a card stock
Yeah.
usually, and like you have different pillow types to choose from, and then you tell your butler what pillow you want, and they give it to you.
Or like one of each so I can test them.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm going to have to test them.
Well, I will say, if you ever want to do a butler, MSC is probably your lowest price point that you're going to do. Royal Caribbean is very expensive. Disney, you don't get a butler. So I would say MSC is kind of that experience for you if you've ever wanted to. So because he will take you to any restaurants that are out in the Gen Pop, or as my butler called it, Jurassic Park. So he'll walk you down, he'll escort you to shows. You get priority disembarkation. So when we were at port, everybody was in a line and we just cut right through them with our butler.
Wow.
Yeah. Some people weren't happy about that, but I paid for it.
I
So
can imagine Jurassic
Yeah.
Park. I mean, you're gonna have a T-Rex coming after you, especially for some of those
exactly.
things.
See, sometimes there were separate entrants. So we went out the separate entrance. Yeah. So that's the big thing. And the ship within the ship, like you have your own doors, like you have to use, they do give you wristbands. Yacht Club are the only ones that get the wristbands, and you have to hold it up and your door will open up into the lounge.
I'm actually surprised there's like not RFID type tracking
Yeah.
on cruise ships nowadays, that when you come close to it, that it opens for
Well,
you.
Princess has that. Princess has the medallions that if you walk up to the door, it automatically unlocks before you do anything.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I would do that because I'm a tech nerd and I just want my doors to open for me.
Well, and you can order a drink from your lounger on your app, and they will bring it to you because they can find you.
You can track it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
That's
can
Princess.
shake my phone on
Phone.
Virgin and get a bottle of champagne.
Not when you're at the pool. I learned that the hard way.
And not the last day.
Yeah, and that's why.
Oh, because it has a charge to your room, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now, since you got like a butler, I'm sure people are going to want to know like how affordable was it? Would you compare it to like an Alaskan Disney cruise line point?
It might even be less than that, depending on, because Disney Alaska can get
Right.
pretty high.
Well, I'll say this: my Disney Alaska last year, we just got a veranda, was like 10. So
Just got a veranda. People do inside just to get on the itinerary,
Right, I
and
know,
you're like,
but I'm
I
saying-
just got a veranda.
but I'm saying like price point wise, like that's
Yeah,
that's
it's like
probably
10 grand.
midway for Disney, because it wasn't concierge and it's not inside. It's also not what we spent on excursions or anything on the boat. So plus or minus.
Minus.
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't want to tell. CRM, I can kind of see it, but I didn't want to say how much she spent.
Yeah, I'm fine with saying it because people want to do Alaska cruises, stuff like that. And
Right.
knowing Disney is a premium to do Alaska. I think
That's
a
why I
good
said it.
comparison.
I thought that was a fair comparison. Alaska
It's-
Disney versus having a butler on
Yeah,
MSC.
I didn't.
And I
personally-
should add too, you also get the beverage package, and you have like the standard alcohol, but you get the premium. So you get the top shelf liquor. So it comes with your beverage package and it comes with Wi-Fi. So that's all bundled into your price too.
That's really good because you got to think of how much you're going to spend extra on a beverage package, and then the Wi-Fi is not cheap. And you went on a 7-night, right? Yeah. So like a 7-night, like Wi-Fi, like even like a 3-day Wi-Fi for Disney is like over $100.
Yeah.
I think we paid over 150 for the 7-night.
Right. So like just think like that's all included.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I say it's if you've ever wanted to feel like you are,
Bougie.
yes, you can do Yacht Club on MSC. I actually looked just randomly today just to see in a year what a yacht club was, and I think the interior was $6,700.
Wow.
That's not bad.
They have interior yacht club?
Yes, it only fits 2 people.
Huh. 'Cause
So they
usually,
have an
like,
interior, they have
concierge.
balcony, they have a duplex, they have the owner's suite and the royal suite. So those are a
Yeah.
pretty penny.
Yeah, because I was just like thinking like with Disney, they only offer ocean view or veranda. Like they don't offer inside for concierge. So that's nice that they do offer an inside option.
So let's talk about the more important thing here. I'm a fat guy. How's the food?
But it was good. Now, again, I'm in the yacht club, so I have my own restaurant, even though I think all the food came from the same place. I thought it was good. I'm not a big, I don't have the sensitive palate. I'm not a big, foodie connoisseur. I ate it and it was good and I didn't turn anything back. So I thought it was really good. We went out to Ola Tacos, which is a specialty dining restaurant. And I thought that was great. That was all you can eat. So they would just keep bringing tacos to your table. Trying to think, the buffet, huh?
Was it Tuesday that you got the tacos?
I actually don't know.
Taco Tuesday. It's all you can eat Tuesday tacos. That's all Jason wants.
Yes.
I was gonna say if I had to have all you can eat anything, tacos is a pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty-
But it's
And then the
cheap.
buffet too, it's 2 levels because it's so large. They have it on 2 decks. And one cool thing they have is they'll put on the outside of the buffet, they have a color chart of when the most busy times will be. So green might be from 8 to 9, yellow, red, 10 to 12. So I thought that was kind of cool.
It's nice.
A 2-story buffet though. That's
Yeah.
I think I could get fatter getting on that cruise.
Dude, people will literally I'm a people watcher. And I have to say, my husband's a fantastic cook. So I think buffet food is kind of yeah. But then I see people load their plates up like it's the best thing they've ever had.
But
It's
I
like
do
People
mashed
do
potatoes.
genuinely gain weight when they go on cruises because it's all you can eat. So many different types of foods.
And everyone wants to get their money's worth,
Right,
so-
Right. Yep.
And I do think though that the cruise lines make good food for the buffets. You're paying for a good. Now, I've only done 2 cruise lines, right? So Disney and Royal, and both buffets were great to me.
Yeah.
So I
I
can't say I can't
do
speak
like
about Carnival,
Virgin.
think.
I like Virgin's food better.
They don't have a
Virgin,
buffet.
they don't have a buffet. They have my friend called it a food truck buffet,
Yeah.
which I think is the best analogy for it because you go up, you order it, it's fresh, they make it for you to order.
They bring it to
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna say of all the cruise lines I've been on, Virgin's #1 for food.
Yes.
And
I would
it's
agree with
pretty-
that. Yes.
Less
Thank you.
waste. I would think that way. If they just made it to order, and not
Yeah.
hard food, but instead of throwing out things every 15 minutes because it's been on a buffet, you got to throw it out.
Well, a lot of times they'll take that leftover food and use it for fuel. Just FYI.
Put it in
What?
incinerators.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yes. Fun fact.
You didn't know that?
I did not. I've never been on a cruise. My husband won't get on a boat.
No,
He
that's
has to
Disney. Disney in general, even in the parks,
They-
they put their
they
food
say
and they
that
make it the
on-
fuel.
living in the land.
They might. But I feel like you even ask
most
if
of it.
you ask a cast member at a restaurant, they should be able to tell you the waste goes to make fuel.
Yeah, like the gingerbread house that they do.
Yes.
They all go out to the beehives to.
Well,
for
see,
the
that I
bees.
understand. It feeds the bees, but I didn't know they could convert food to fuel.
Yeah. And then the other thing that MSC is known for is their pizza. They're an Italian based, family owned cruise line. And so the pizza is top notch. You have a restaurant. Well, for us, it was kind of down on deck 3, but then they also have the pizza up in the buffet.
You had to go down to the commoners.
Down on deck
Yes,
3 with the 3rd class Gen Pop.
Had to get in the
Pop.
elevator and getting that with all those smelly people.
And that's another thing. Yacht Club, if the elevator's forward, you can put your wristband up to, you get into the elevator because it's one of those where you touch your floor on the outside and then it tells you which elevator to go to. So you can go to the elevator and then you can do an express. You can tap your wristband and it knocks everybody else's floor off and you can go straight to Yacht Club. I did not do that unless it was yourselves, but
That's a selling
I
point.
was gonna say I hate those elevators. The first time I've really experienced them was when I went on Star, and I couldn't stand them because everybody was stopping at every floor. But if I had a wristband that got me to Express, I'd be knocking everybody down, especially
Yes.
after a show. Guess what, guys? Goodbye.
Could you imagine being on that as the peasant and being like, what is going on?
you gotta be
With the
careful. I mean,
sorcery.
there's going to be some people not happy.
I'd be scared to use it. But
Yeah, I was
Jason
gonna
would be
say,
like, nah, I paid for it. Let's go.
Let's do it. Have you seen that episode of what was it? God, I can't remember the ABC show, but they went to Disney and they got the VIP tour.
A
No.
Blackish.
Yeah, Blackish.
And they were
And they're
walking
like,
by everybody.
"What's up?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
They called
"That
them
was
basically
me."
peasants when they went by.
The first time they were like, no, sorry. And then by the time they realized what they were doing, that would be me.
It took like 3 rides for them to be like he said, yeah, we're going ahead.
I always check VIP tour guides and I'm like, are they famous or just got money? That's what I always look
Usually
at.
it's-
I don't have money and I'm on a VIP tour.
Yeah, but you're with an agency. Stateroom. Let's talk about your stateroom for a little bit. We've talked about yacht club and all that and how it's not the gym pop. So the stateroom itself, besides the pillow menu, how was it?
It was larger than your regular veranda room. Like I thought there are 4 of us. And so I was thinking it was going to be a pretty tight fit, but you have your bed and then a living space area. And it was larger than I thought it was going to be, and width-wise too. Like I wasn't like trying to skim past the bed, trying to get to the balcony door. So they're a little bit larger. Interior, probably not, but.
Yeah. Entertainment on the ship. What was that like?
Okay,
Did they have,
so
like specialty shows or anything like that?
they do, but it's not Broadway. So a lot of people come on there and they are disappointed because it's not Broadway type. They focus more on vocals, dancing, and acrobatics. And then one of the other things that I loved about World America is they had the Dirty Dancing show, which I was excited about at first. And then when we got there, we realized that you sat and watched the movie and then the dancers came out and danced.
That was horrible.
I grew up with Dirty Dancing. I loved it. Like I love Patrick Swayze. I had a poster of him in my bedroom.
So like I guess I get that because as a music nerd, when it came, like I love orchestras and stuff like that. So going to see like Harry Potter with a live orchestra, I would enjoy that, but I don't care for dancing. So when you say Dirty Dancing and then they're dancing in front of you.
Anyway, so they have 2 different types. They have the movie in the afternoon, and then the evening, their Dirty Dancing show is just them singing.
I would have enjoyed that, I feel like.
And then they also do like,
Anyway,
Yeah,
I don't
shut
care.
up, Jason. That's not that has nothing to do with anything. She's just nice about it. Rachel would just say, "Shut up."
Anyway,
oh boy.
I'm crying.
No, I am the Mary Poppins of the agency.
She is known as Mary Poppins. So, Heather, what was your favorite part of the cruise besides celebrating your birthday with your loved ones?
It was the staff.
Oh,
Well, I mean, the yacht club was fantastic, but even out in the general population, the staff was great. Like I didn't feel like they snubbed you or they were unfriendly. Some people have said that. I didn't experience that, but the staff in the yacht club made me feel like family. We would go up to dinner and the maitre d', or the person who took us to our table, she would like actually greet us and smile and ask how our day was and actually listen to us. It was phenomenal. When we were down in the lounge, because you have a private lounge, you'll have some of the staff come over and they'll remember your drink order and they'll just kind of stand there and talk with you. And I was really impressed by the staff.
Let me ask about. You mentioned the private island earlier. What's their private island like compared to like Castaway and Coco Cay? I don't know the other names for the other islands, but
It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It was actually an industrial site that MSC turned into their private island. So it's a marine conservation island and they're big on that. So it's really just kind of beach. They have some small shops. And I honestly feel like too, it's still growing. MSC in the American market is still kind of young. So I'm sure they will continue to add to it, but it was a beach day and it was nice. And then they also have a lighthouse out on the point that they'll do a night light show, which is kind of the only cruise ship I know that does that. So that was cool.
How describe that? What do they do with that?
So they have a large lighthouse on the point, and then it's kind of like Disney where you project things on. They would do that and play music, and it was loud enough that you heard it all. So, and if you do an overnight there, they also do like bonfires. They'll have a big party out there and do the lighthouse show and do bonfires.
Sing Kumbaya.
Yeah.
Do they do multiple ships at the same island at a time, or is it? Because my biggest complaint with Coco was that when you had an Icon class and an Oasis class parked there, dock there. It felt super crowded. You know, coming from the from Castaway, I've never been to Lookout, but that felt nice because it wasn't so
It's
crowded.
only your ship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was World America. That was it. So, and it did not feel crowded. It was large enough that it could hold, 6,700 people. I think that's the passenger count, 6,500 on World America. So it's large enough that you don't feel like you're packed in a sardine can.
That's cool. So at the end of the day, how would you rank MSC when it comes to the cruise lines you've been on?
I would say, because of the staff, I would put it under Disney. I would say Disney, MSC, probably Princess would be next for me. Maybe Royal and Princess. But yeah, it gets up there on my high port of the list. Yeah.
Would you feel comfortable not doing the yacht club?
Yes, absolutely.
So you would drop down to the Jurassic Park.
Yes. I can enter the Gen Pop. Be part of the Gen Pop, yeah.
I don't think we touched on it, but the cleanliness, I would assume that because it has that European market behind it, it's going to be a pretty clean ship itself, and always had that feel. You said it was a new ship, but I would imagine that even their older ships still have that very clean feel to it.
Yeah, my sister went on the Meraviglia, which is one of their older ships, one out of New York. I think they're ending that port. Meraviglia won't be there anymore, but she was very impressed by that ship as well. And it was clean, and she was in the yacht club too, but that she had bid up to that. She had paid for, I guess it was a balcony, and she got a bid up to interior and yacht club.
Awesome. Is there anything else about MSC that you want to mention that we might not have touched on?
Do you want to say, and this is for World America only, they have what's called a speakeasy. And it's this hidden private little bar that you have to be invited to. They used to give out like gold coins to people, and that was how you would get into the speakeasy. And they have a red phone booth that you go and you put the coin in, and somebody would come and walk you to the bar. But people started stealing them, and so they don't have any coins left. So
go on eBay and find them.
Yeah, probably. So you have to be invited, and it can be from like maybe your favorite bartender that you've been sitting at for a couple days and have kind of gotten a rapport with. They'll get you a reservation in, or we asked our butler and he got us a reservation in. And so when you get in there, I mean, it feels like a speakeasy from the 20s. You walk in and it's very small. It's not a lot of people at one time, but everybody's dressed in the 20s. The ambiance is the 20s. You do have to pay for the drinks in there. They're not part of the drink package. But for me, that was fine because I wanted the experience. They do kind of like a show where there's like a band and a singer, and you're only there for an hour and a half. So they try to do a couple, I would say 2 or 3 speakeasies shows so that they can get more people in. But I thought that was really cool. I've never seen anything like that on any other cruise line.
That sounds fun. Like that makes me want to go just because of that.
Yeah.
You won't get invited, Jason. So
no, I'd get a yacht club so I could ask my
Your
butler.
butler would
Get a
be
butler.
like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of anything like this. You get some bad intel.
Here's the speakeasy right here through this door. Open, push me out this boat. Here's some fish to go with it too. Sharks.
Fish food.
It does sound like a good ship though, like a good cruise line altogether. Something that, I mean, I'm not necessarily looking to go on another ship. I like the Disney stuff. I kind of like the Royal Caribbean, but I would be open to MSC. I had a statue of one for a long time for some odd reason behind my
Statue of MSC.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to start the entertainment real quick. Besides the Dirty Dancing, they do have other shows in the evening. Queen Symphonic was one of them, and so they do covers of Queen, and I thought it was amazing. The singers were awesome. They had dancers kind of come in or acrobatics while they're singing. There was also what they call Hall of Fame, and so they sang and played top songs from movies like Top Gun. And I'm trying to think what the other one was.
So do they have a proper like theater?
They do, yeah. They have 2 theaters, one in the front and one in the back.
Okay, so it's still. I'm sorry to keep cutting you off, but like the like a stage theater. So they have 2 of those.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
That is, for somebody that's a ship that's not Broadway focused, you wouldn't think they'd have 2 of those.
Yeah. I mean, the theaters aren't huge. I mean, they're big. They're not Royal Caribbean size.
Right.
But they're still large enough you get a lot of people in. Yeah.
I would assume just because, you're not going on MSC cruise because of the shows like you would, you go to see Back to the Future on Star.
Right.
Naturally, you're just going to have everybody on there, or Frozen on the Disney stuff. You don't have to build for it, but that gives you more room for other activities like, like you said, the F1 simulators,
Yeah.
and bumper cars.
All the activities, yeah.
What I find interesting is that in looking for stuff, when I was looking at, because I've never been on one of these today, so I just did some research real quick today when I was looking at it. I went on Reddit because, if you want an
That's a bad
opinion
thing.
about things, you go to Reddit because the weird of the weird go there. And it's kind of funny because this guy, he was like you, he's been on many cruises and he's like, I do this a lot. So, and he said he didn't know what to expect, but it was what you said was almost verbatim of his pros and cons list. He was like, service was great. Food was good. He's like, entertainment was not Broadway entertainment. So if you're going looking for that, that's not what you're going to get, but it wasn't bad. I will say his biggest complaint, and I don't think obviously he stayed yacht level, was he was like just the people on it. He was like, he's like, it felt very like, he's like, the people didn't have manners. It wasn't anything that was a problem, wasn't the cruise's fault. He's like, everything was nice, clean, great. He was like, and this is not, to offend anyone in the European contingency. He's like, but there were a lot of Europeans on this cruise. I think he went on like the fourth one that they ever launched from the U.S.
Yeah, it does have an international feel. Like you do have several different countries on the cruise
And
ship.
that's what he said. He said he thinks that manners just don't transfer culturally sometimes. So what he thought was rude, another country may not see as rude. So he's like, so as far as it goes, he's like, I had a great time. He's like, and then he went on to list, like, if you want this, go to this ship. If you want this, go to this line. But I just thought I wasn't going to say anything until you told me all your stuff. And it was really weird. As you went down your pros and cons, it was almost exactly just like his. So I think that's pretty standard across their whole company now.
Yeah. And they are launching 2 new ships. So World Asia will be open at the end of this year. And I think that's going to be more of a Mediterranean kind of itinerary. And then they have World Atlantic, which is coming. It's going to be out of Port Canaveral, and it's going to do an Eastern and Western itinerary. So it's going to be the world-class size ship. And that comes out end of 2027.
Where did you go out of?
Miami.
Okay. I don't think we ever said that.
No, I don't think we said that.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else we want to add or ask.
I'm trying to think. I think that was pretty much it. And I do think it is kid-friendly. They do have kid clubs, and they have a partnership with Lego. So
Ooh.
I thought that was pretty cool. So they don't push kids away, at least on the world-class ships. All of them have kids clubs, but definitely World America had a family feel to it.
If they have a partnership with Lego,
Yeah.
I'd be jealous of the kids.
Yeah.
I love me some Lego. I got me 4 Lego sets for Christmas.
Oh,
So
we'll sign you up, Jason.
I'll have to go during like open house if they have it or something like that, because I don't want to be that creep.
You can't go to the group with all the kids. Be that guy.
I mean, Lego. I love Lego.
I'd much rather build Legos than swing out over the ocean.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
you there.
No, not me.
Give me the buffet and Legos, and
And he's
You're
happy.
happy.
Put the,
I'm a
put
fat,
the
happy
Legos
kid.
in the buffet, and I'll be
No.
sitting there all day.
no, you can put me like all the assorted sets. I'll pick which ones I want. That's almost Betty to the Mickey Mouse.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
right.
whoa.
I mean, I love me some Legos though. Like,
Those are
I
some
don't-
fighting words.
Yeah.
I've got the castles. I built all the castles. I got the DeLorean getting ready to be built. I got the Falcon being ready to build. So yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's
I think
going to
we
do
have
it for.
Falcon. I think we have the Millennium Falcon.
We have the Dark Falcon.
We have the
waiting
Dark
for-
Falcon too.
waiting for Travis to get older, so me and him.
What do you have, Rachel?
My daughter has like the flower ones. Mason had like the NES or whatever that big TV one is.
Mm-hmm.
He had that, but he didn't finish it. No, but like Scarlett does like
Me and
little
Terry
flower
both
ones.
have the Thanos glove.
Which was
Yeah.
in the middle finger. I caught
Yeah.
when I turned my camera on today. I was
Oh,
like,
they put it back in the middle
these
finger.
children. Yes, they think it's the funniest thing.
Kind of is.
Terry, I think
Funniest
Terry's doing
thing.
that. But that's going to do it for this week's episode of Castles and Cauldrons. Heather, we thank you for coming on and talking about MSC cruises with us and teaching us all this stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Where can people find you and your koozies?
Cozy.
Cozy koozies.
You can find me at my email is heatherc.magicaltravel@gmail.com. And Once Upon a Cozy is the little Etsy shop I own, which makes crochet cozies. And so you can find that on Etsy.
And for the rest of us, you can find us at magicaltravel.com. We'd be glad to help you with any of your family travel. You can also find us on social medias, Castle of Cauldrons. We're Terry's really killing it with
Yeah.
our TikToks. Because I gave a really good, I thought it was a really good idea.
I thought it was too.
band music, but we got like 800 views. And then Terry posts something that's like nonchalant and it's 20,000 views. So Terry,
There's
thank
no
you
rhyme or
for
reason.
doing that.
I need a Gen Z or Gen Alpha to come help because there's no rhyme or reason to anything that you think should be good.
No,
I don't know
But
what it is.
You're
it's
doing
fun to
something
see.
right, so keep it up.
Yeah, it's fun seeing what does it, even if we don't know if it's going to or not. So
It's
you
literally
for doing
like
that.
throwing spaghetti against the wall. You're just seeing what sticks. I mean,
Well, the one with the music that I sent you, the guy was doing the same idea, and it was getting 30 to 40,000 likes on all of his
Mhm.
posts. I'm like, okay, that should work for us, and it didn't.
missed the wave.
Next week is episode number 50. We are hoping we can have Lauren on. She's one of our Disney friends, so we will be talking Adventures by Disney and some of the Disney news that has come out the past couple of weeks. So just be ready for a bunch of Disney. But until the next time, we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.